Denny Hamlin wins the Goodyear 400 at Darlington Raceway, a tribute to Carl Edwards. The NASCAR veteran has won twice in a row. He broke his tie with Rusty Wallace for 11th all-time wins and now owns that place. Above all, he and JGR took the time to respond to some of NASCAR's veterans and commentators who criticized them. In Martinsville, he dominated. Hamlin accomplished what he needed to do, and his pit team helped him win. William Byron held the lead until the green flag pit stops on the final stage. The story of the day was not Byron's dominance, but the nasty air at this track. Denny Hamlin eventually emerged victorious in overtime. He carried the 56th checkered flag home without hesitation. 11 Against the World has a 2-0 record over the last two races. After the race, Hamlin had one thing to say. "There's two people I really love right now, my pit crew and Kyle Larson. Had a little assist there, so thank you." William Byron ultimately finished second in this race. He led 243 laps out of 293 during regulation. Then, during overtime, he witnessed Denny Hamlin depart in clean air without looking back. Kyle Larson's wreck set the tone for the entire overtime. Ryan Blaney had raced past the field in the most spectacular run of the race. He easily passed Reddick for the lead. Larson then spun out following a collision with Bubba Wallace. Everyone filed down pit road, and the 11th team emerged triumphant in the end. Blaney's crew did not complete the job, and the rest is history. Denny Hamlin is 44 years old and still wins several races each season. His longevity and talent ought to be recognized for what they are. He is one of the best to have done so and remains a championship contender. Hamlin got off to a slow start. Until Phoenix, nothing appeared to work for this team. He now appears to be one of the best drivers in the sport. 4 top 5 finishes in the last 5 races, including 3 straight and 2 wins in a row. That is constancy. Hamlin has the opportunity to three-peat at Bristol next week, like Christopher Bell did earlier this season. Bristol is a track that definitely benefits Hamlin. Consider if the tires worn down like they did last year. Conventional wisdom holds that it was most likely due to the frigid weather at the track that day, although this remains a mystery. William Byron led this race, however it appeared that it was mainly due to the filthy air. Drivers were able to catch him under the green flag, but they were unable to completely close the door and compete for the lead. When the green flag stops forced Byron to slip behind Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell, his car was no longer the same. Ryan Blaney made practically the lone green flag pass for the lead, then Kyle Larson ruined it by wrecking. That's exactly how it is sometimes. Denny Hamlin wins big, and Joe Gibbs Racing earns its 6th win of the season. What is the maximum size of this 11-person team? Denny Hamlin's win at Darlington on Sunday gave Joe Gibbs Racing an opportunity to answer to the NASCAR insider. During the race, Jeff Gluck of The Athletic said that the Joe Gibbs Racing drivers might have missed it today. Gluck said this while Hamlin was in 17th place, Christopher Bell in 25th, Ty Gibbs in 27th, and Chase Briscoe in 31st. Hamlin won the race, with Bell finishing 3rd, Gibbs 9th, and Briscoe 28th. Joe Gibbs Racing saw Gluck's social media post and called him out on it. "Love you, Jeff, but we're glad this particular post aged like milk," the team replied. Joe Gibbs Racing has made an excellent start to the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series season. Denny Hamlin and Christopher Bell have won 5 of the 8 races and look to be in contention for the championship. After Sunday's race, Joe Gibbs Racing owner Joe Gibbs praised Hamlin's work ethic. "I could tell you this, one of the things about going in the sim, it's hard work," Gibbs said. "You're in there. Honestly, I think Denny, he is in the sim as much as anybody we have, any of the young guys, stays after it." I've told the story, I mentioned it the last time I talked about Denny. I went to him at Watkins Glen 2 years ago. He struggled road racing. They went as far as putting other setups on his car. That guy went to work in the sim and worked as hard as he could. He sat on 3 poles in road racing. You get somebody that age that still has the drive to get it done. I think Denny has a real drive, and I think we're fortunate to have him. Gibbs also noted the team's win over Darlington on its 75th anniversary. "It's cool. Everybody loves coming to Darlington," he said. "I go all the way back to Denny when we first got him. Our final test for him before we signed him, JD, who found him, my son, said, 'Let's put him at Darlington. He'd never been here. Let's put him in an Xfinity car and see what he does.' He finished 8th. JD told me, he said, 'I think we need to sign this guy.' I said, 'I agree.'" Before the race, NBA legend Michael Jordan, who co-owns 23XI Racing with Hamlin, praised his competitive spirit. "He is a clown, but that's him. Jordan said about the flag at last week's race when speaking with Jamie Little before the race. That's Denny. He's a very confident driver. He's a very confident person. His competitive juice is no different than mine. I mean, I love that. I want him to win a championship so badly because I think he's earned that. Because of what he's done for the sport for so long, he's gonna grind it out. That's just the way Denny is. If you boo him, that makes him better. If you boo me, that makes me better. That's the nature of a good competitor. So, I'm very happy for his win last week. Don't be surprised if he wins today. And he did. Hamlin is now the second driver to win more than one race this season. Christopher Bell won 3 consecutive races after William Byron won the Daytona 500 to start the season. Hamlin exited the track thrilled, but Larson's crash destroyed Blaney's race. With a few laps left in the Goodyear 400, Ryan Blaney made a pass for the lead. The warning stemmed from a Kyle Larson wreck. Larson was more than 170 laps behind at the time, and his second accident of the day put the race in the hands of the pit crew. Unfortunately, Ryan Blaney's pit team was unable to finish the job. They were unable to finish the clutch pit stop, which positioned them ahead of the field for the overtime restart. Instead, Denny Hamlin and William Byron started from the front row. Hamlin dominated the 2-lap dash. After the race, crew chief Jonathan Hassler explained what happened at the final pit stop. Ryan Blaney's pit crew has previously helped him win races, but this time they came up short. The group's perfectly capable, Hassler told Matt Weaver of Sportsnaut. We've just got to clean it up, and we'll be there, hopefully, sooner rather than later. Weaver inquired about Hassler's tactics. Ryan Blaney, as in recent races, appeared to be the one driver capable of racing through traffic and poor air. That is why he was in the running to win in the first place. Yeah, I mean, I think that was really kind of our only play from where we were running to maybe have a shot to win or a good finish, Blaney's crew chief explained. We weren't going to pit early when those other guys pitted and get to the lead, so we just kind of chose to do something different, and it worked out. While the final stop was clean, there were a few mistakes on pit road. After the race, Hassler could recollect one from memory. I think so, and if you look, they definitely had one mistake with the jack that cost us a lot of time, Hassler continued. Our last stop was clean. A 9.3 comma, I think, but guys were running low 8S, the 24 I think we matched his time there on the last stop, but in pit stall 1, you just have that advantage. So, I think it's like anything else in the sport, just takes a little bit of change to go a long way, and I think we'll be able to recover from this. Briefly, everything appeared to be in sync. Ryan Blaney was going to exact revenge on Tyler Reddick for Homestead last fall, make a late pass and run away with the lead. It wouldn't be as good as a last lap pass, but it would have sufficed. Instead, Blaney finishes in 5th place with 43 points. I believe this is a solid step in the right direction. At least his engine lasted the whole race. What are your opinions on last night's race? Did Blaney or Byron deserve to win? And can Hamlin make a serious title run this season? Let me know your opinions in the comments section below.